Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, Strong Style Nerd, Strong Style Cinephile, and what we have ourselves is a Titans Season 2 full trailer. Let us geek about that for a few minutes. Now, I was just trolling YouTube, looking at videos on lenses and vintage lenses for some stuff that I'm picking up, which I'll talk about probably in another video or something. But one of the things I saw that came up was the Titans Season 2 trailer. Had over 150,000 views at this point, so clearly it's been up for a while, and I just am now getting to it. But I watched it 4 or 5 times, and I am genuinely excited for what is to come in this upcoming season. Now, last season ended. I've made it known in my thoughts on the previous season that it was a bit disjointed, I guess could be a good way to describe it, as far as the showrunner and showrunner's plans and the execution of the storyline for the first season. I just don't think it was properly structured. And then, of course, that on top of the fact that the first season was shortened and they lopped off what was going to be the last episode of the first season to become the season premiere of the second season, which is why it ended the way it did with Dick under the control of Trigon. Now, we already know that the first episode is going to kind of deal with his possession. Probably some other team members are going to get undoubtedly possessed. You look at set photos or production stills from the first episode. You see some of them with like black eye makeup and stuff like that, which usually signals, mind control for these types of, programs. So assuming they're going to be mind controlled, we're going to have Titan on Titan combat. They'll eventually break the hold. Now the trailer opens up with a shot of Robin burning his suit, as we saw in season 1, and then somebody, presumably, I think it's Donna, with a voiceover saying, "You're not Robin, so okay, so who are you now?" And then we see Rachel's dealing with some problems. I'm assuming it's just probably holding back the darkness in her. That'll be like something that she struggles with in season 2. We see Hawk and Dove are having some problems. Hawk wants out. Dove is like still on board with the whole crime fighting thing. Because if you look back at the episodes of season 1 with Hawk and Dove, which I love Hawk and Dove, they need a spin-off like right now. Hawk is in pretty bad shape, physically, mentally, emotionally, and I can see him just getting out, especially after the Trigon stuff. I'm wondering if there's going to be like a time jump in season 2 after the Trigon stuff to maybe like a couple months down the road or whatever. But Hawk tells her, "Hey, I got out for a reason. If you're in, then we're done." So that's going to be some angsty, will they, won't they relationship stuff going on in season 2. I mean, it's got to come from somewhere. May throw Dick in the mix if he's, I guess he had a one-night stand with Starfire in season 1, and traditionally, Nightwing and Starfire go together in Titans lore, so will they have that be a thing, or will they throw Dick in as a wrench to Hawk and Dove, as like they're on the outs temporarily, she goes to get comfort from Dick, that messes things up with Dick and Corey, messes things up with Hank and Dawn and that sort of thing. I can totally see them doing that. We also see there's going to be some tension between Jason Todd and Dick Grayson. Jason even says, "Hey, I don't take orders from you anymore." And then Dick tells him to get out of his way, and then Jason's like, "You're in my way." So clearly Jason wants to be the alpha Robin, if you will. And there's going to be some conflict there. I read reports that Jason is going to be a little bit more and more unhinged in season 2 and kind of go the way that kind of takes him towards his demise in the comics. So it remains to be seen how that goes. We see our first image of Garth. We see images of Crypto and Connor. I'm sure there's going to be like lots of shirtlessness of Connor in season 2 for the girls and guys who want to see that sort of thing. Curious to see how he falls in with the Titans and what kind of a part he plays, if he's going to be just a volatile kind of personality person. We see whatever happens that has Jason jump in front of cameras and say that declare that the Titans are back. We see a very probably living off the grid out in the woods, Nick Nolte looking Slade watching the TV and seeing that the Titans are back. And then we see later shots of him suiting up, killing people, presumably to get at the Titans. We don't know why, what the beef is between them. We know that Donna says, hey, Slade's the reason why we shut this whole thing down for whatever tragedy. I guess we'll find out what that is. She even tells him earlier in the trailer to tell them, tell everybody what happened or whatever this truth, the secret that he's hiding from them that has to do with Titans history. So it'll be interesting to see kind of if it follows along typical comic book plot lines or if they decided to spin something else. We see Corey get kidnapped by this dude who apologizes, saying, Your Highness. So we'll learn a little bit more about her, where she comes from, that sort of thing. We see one of Slade's kids, Ravager, in with the Titans. So I'm curious how that's going to go, if she's going to be some sort of like Slade-directed mole, or if she's with the Titans to not, because I think, if I recall correctly in the comics, she was more with the Titans just to not be like her dad. But I'm not huge up on the Titans. I need to take advantage of my DC Universe subscription and read a bunch on Titans. I started to, and then I fell off because I got caught up reading some Thunderbolts stuff, because I was just on a Thunderbolts kick because I was working on a couple custom Thunderbolts figures in Techno and Songbird, which I might talk about. So I'd really need to detail my customs at some point. They're not as good as other people's on the interwebs, but they're not bad either, I don't think. So that's neither here nor there. All in all, it was a fun trailer. Showed some action, showed a couple of villains, and gave us some storyline beats that they'll explore in season 2, kind of stoke our interest. We saw Bruce Wayne, and how they're going to play him. He's definitely an older veteran, a mature Bruce Wayne, which actually, if they use the same actor, kind of age him up a little bit more, and in some kind of way, even if it's through like time travel shenanigans in Titans, we get a look at a Batman Beyond with Terry McGinnis, and this guy is like an older, Bruce Wayne. That could be pretty fun. Don't know if we'll get that far, but I read the comments on the trailer. Somebody had made the comment that looked like they pumped some more money into this season, which definitely looks like they did that, and they're really kind of opening things up, adding more characters. We're going to see costumes and stuff like that, so it should be fun. I can't wait to see it. It drops first episode September 6th. I know I'm not the only one waiting with bated breath for it to drop. As I said, just my own criticism of the first season, had a lot of potential. The narrative just needed to be a little bit tighter, a little bit more focused, a little bit just better planned. And seeing what they went through with the first season, seeing maybe some of the writing and planning mishaps on stuff like Swamp Thing, maybe that has kind of caused them to rethink what they were doing and kind of adjust tactics and plans and stuff like that. And maybe Titan Season 2 will be better because of it. Remains to be seen. September 6th, Titan Season 2 premiere. Those are some of my thoughts on it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys out there think. Are you excited for the trailer for Season 2 of Titans? That's about it. Anyway, like the video, share it around, subscribe, hit the bell so you can be updated when I put out a new video. There's going to be filmmaking stuff on this channel with my productions. There's going to be my wrestling. There's going to be my stop motion. There's going to be me geeking out about stuff that I like and enjoy and try to share in with some folks out there. So, if any of that appeals to you, keep watching and let us geek.